Good morning and welcome to today and to this short morning meditation.
Welcome back to another video. It is a Tuesday. It is Tuesday, April 7th. We thought it'd be interesting to come back for another day in the life-esque type vlog. Some of you may know we just did 7 days of this. It was pretty intense. I'm gonna leave a playlist to that up there for you to check out. But we had some comments about what was the experience like, and we thought, why not create a video about what came out of it? What did we see in terms of money? Because I know that's a big one that everybody wants to know. And did our subscriber count go up? So we're actually gonna take you into the back end of the YouTube studio. We actually haven't seen these numbers. We decided to leave them like for the video, so we're gonna be showing you that today. But first, we gotta get into some work. We have a YouTube video to film today, so we'll take you behind the scenes of filming that. And then just a lot of client work. Today has been mostly like technical work on my part, so just doing like the actual stuff, you know, like nothing conceptual, nothing creative, just the actual execution of tasks, like client-oriented tasks. So that's kind of what's been on for today. Watering the plants as you got to, you know, you gotta take care. I'm probably gonna do my nails for the video, maybe, depending on how I feel. What are you up to today?
I can do some client work. We are filming a BOS video tonight. We got a nice little shipment from a local depanneur that sell, I guess it's a dep, but they do these wicked like cheese and wine and beer pairing plates, so I gotta think a bit about that. And probably just a whole bunch of small things, emails, usual stuff. Normal Tuesday, it's kind of always blending into the same day right now. But even though this is always what it's been like for us, I still feel we're getting a little touch of what everyone else is dealing with there, so.
Oh yeah, also a newsletter went out today, guys. So if you're not signed up to our newsletter, we send them out basically monthly, sometimes bi-weekly, depending on what's going on. We'll leave a link to the description below. That's kind of how you get some of our insights and a roundup of all the content that you might have missed on the blog and any other articles and stuff we're reading, music we're listening to, all that fun stuff. So be sure to head over to the link in the description below to sign up to our mailing list. We'll catch you back here in a few.
All right, so the 7-day vlog challenge we did, I guess it was like 2 weeks ago now. How was it? So it was an idea that Tiffany came up with, so thank you, Tiffany, for that. We were really trying to lean into the, you know, using this time that we're all sort of stuck at home, or safe at home actually, to, you know, create more content, do something we normally wouldn't do. Tiff suggested that we do a 7-day challenge, and it's something that we've kind of seen a bunch of YouTubers do before, and we sort of, both of us seemed somewhat interested, so we're like, when she suggested it, I was pretty keen. It was a little, I guess it was time consuming, of course, because we do have an agency to run, and we've had the opposite of a slowdown during this time, very fortunate for us. So we had to plan out, you know, the different scenes every day, and, you know, one day we'll do some breakfast scene, one day we can make you the tea, and then the plants and stuff like that, and just trying to make it a bit more engaging. So we had to be creative. Then we had to try and find out, what are we going to talk about that's going to actually, you know, make it worth people's time. What do you think?
I'm going kind of just based on numbers as well. So yeah, feeling a lot of effort. However, like, did we see some crazy explosive thing? Nothing that I can immediately say yes, but we'll go into the stats and see. If we had gained like 1 million subscribers last week, then I'd be like, oh, well, obviously it's worth the effort, right? Yeah. But I don't, we'll see in a second, but I don't think there's anything so grand that it was like immediate, like, oh, this was so successful or so beneficial to our channel and our initiatives that we need to continue to do this. Yeah. I did like, it was fun and exhausting at the same time. But I think it would be more fun if we didn't have client work, because we actually still have work to do. It's not like just filming and not having work to do. Yeah. So it kind of impedes your day-to-day work process, because you're still setting up cameras and doing all this stuff, right? And editing on top of it. So I guess we'll go into the numbers. We'll do a screen share here. So let's head over to YouTube Studio. The two main things that we're looking at is how many subscribers did we gain in February compared to March, and then how much revenue did we make in March compared to February as well. Yeah. So the first thing, let's go into our subscribers. So in March we gained 227 subscribers. Yes, we actually are peaking towards the end
of the week, of that week,
of when we Fair enough, of when we did the actual challenge.
Hang on, is that the beginning of that week? Are those 7 things there? They're the 7 videos?
Those are the videos.
So that's actually the beginning of the week, no?
So, I mean, sorry, in this period of time. So,
right.
March 22nd is the first day that we published, and then our last video was March 28th. And if you look at this, and maybe with that in mind, I'm actually just going to zero down to custom and then go into March 22nd to March 28th. And we gained 65 subscribers, which was actually up 59% when compared to March 15th to 21st, so compared to the week previous.
Yeah.
So in the week previous, when we were doing our regular upload schedule, which is 2 times a week, sometimes 3, depending how we feel, but our aim is 2 times a week, we were up 59%. So that's pretty interesting.
That's good.
Particularly on our kickoff, where we got 17 subscribers.
On the first day?
On the first day.
Okay.
And then it stayed pretty chill and then tapered off towards the end with our last video. Our last video was more like business oriented as opposed to social media oriented.
Yeah.
And that normally doesn't perform as well. But it's our life, so we do talk about that. And we know there are other entrepreneurs and business owners out here. Generally, that's why you're using social media. So we still like to talk about that, even if it's not our popular video.
Right. Did you have any expectations as to what this could have done subscriber-wise before going into it?
My expectation was that we would see an increase.
An increase overall?
I didn't know like how far it would go, but I was hoping or assuming that we would see an increase.
Okay. Is 59% exceed your hopes?
I would say 59% is more like in line. I think in a perfect world, like if we were seeing like maybe our average
for like
March in general.
Okay.
So if you really look at like the amount of followers that we get, excluding this like period where everything peaks towards the end during our vlog challenge, we're normally getting like 4 to 10 top subscribers per day. So I thought maybe we would like see a double in that. I will say that our daily subscriber count, just based on what you guys can see here, it did go up per day based on posting every day, but not so much that it's like life-changing. It's not like, if it's going up by 59%, that's one thing, but going up 200%, 300%, that probably would have been more interesting.
Right.
Like, if we saw that we were getting 50 subscribers per day as opposed to 8, then that would be worth it.
What about February? Just the overall
yeah.
numbers versus like the peaks and stuff.
So if we look at February, we actually had 278 subscribers. So
that's
in February,
more.
We actually gained more subscribers. So we did have some videos in February that converted more subscribers than the others, and I think that impacted us as well. So in the end, when we're looking at, okay, did we get more subscribers? We technically did not. So doing all that vlog and putting out that amount of videos, that would have been what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 videos in March.
What's our average? Probably 8?
In comparison to February, which is more like a common month, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9.
In the end, we posted less and got more. And I think this is something to think about too, because it always comes back to the same conversation that we have. And I'm not to say that the vlogs are not quality vlogs, but it's just because you post more doesn't necessarily mean you yield larger results. Like think about Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson, who is like this crazy YouTuber that a lot of people know because he creates this very interesting series, but he might do 1 or 2 a year. They get 20 million views, as opposed to somebody who could be releasing videos and getting 2 million views per video because they're more shorter and less thought out.
Right.
So I think our sit-down videos might feel a bit more thought out, and that converts better than something that's more casual, like us just talking to you.
If people are looking for information.
If people are looking for information. I'd be curious to see what would happen if we actually sat down and posted every single day in the same style of our other videos. Like sitting down and delivering informational content, just sitting down.
Got a better way to do that.
In those educational videos.
Isn't record them not day by day, but just batch record them. Like say a weekend, you do 3 per day over like 3 days or something, and then you just edit them like every day.
So that's a variable to consider. Is also it's a different style of video.
Yeah.
But being that everybody was at home right now, we just wanted to test it and see what would happen. So that's 2 interesting numbers. So even though there's slightly different videos, we are seeing that our subscriber count was more in February than it was in March.
Right.
So that's something to consider. The next thing we want to see is revenue. I've seen YouTubers say you're not allowed to show your CPM. So I'm just going to blur it out for now because I just don't know. I need to do more research on whether or not it's allowed. But basically, as you can see here, in the month of March, okay, so we were actually just recently monetized. So if you want to get a bit more information on that, you can check it out in this vlog that we actually had as part of our vlog challenge. We broke down that process of getting our first YouTube check. So this is for March. So we're not receiving this yet because you get paid out on the 21st, but you can see how much you made. So in February, we made, in our first month, $110.
And when do we get monetized? Well, I can see it's like midway through there.
Yeah, so we're monetized February 11th, so technically that's like almost 2 weeks in to the time. And in that, we got paid $110. So March is actually a full month of us making revenue. So what I'm going to do is actually just go into the exact period of time, like I said before, which was March 21st to 28th, and see how much money we made in that time so that I can compare it to a similar period. So, sorry, March 22nd. So let's go to custom, March 22nd to March 28th, hit apply. In that week, we made $60. So you can see that we made $59.92
of the 202.
Yes, and that is actually 43% higher than what we normally make.
All right.
So it's
in line with the
amount.
subscribers, technically.
Yeah, it's almost
Well, for that period,
59% increase week on week.
Week on
so it's interesting because it's not like a crazy amount, right?
No, it's not like you said. It's not 200%.
And we did expect it to be higher, and that's just because every time you post, for the ride or dies out there are the people who, you know, like, hey, we're here in every video and we're watching every video. For the people who watch every video, they're going to be served ads. Mostly, they're going to be served ads when they come and watch a new video. So the more often you post, it only makes sense that your revenue would increase. But the revenue is not like so crazy that it's life-changing and warrants posting every day.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Warrants the effort.
It'd be interesting to see that compared to just April back onto a normal, regular schedule, like 2 to 3 per week type of thing.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested, we could do that and show you what April looks like in comparison to what we're showing you now in February and March. But what I'm getting from this is like posting more doesn't really give you
like that much
more. What you have to really consider is something worth the effort, right? So for us, I would say like 43% of what the current revenue that we're pulling in to make a vlog for 7 days, the amount of hours that it takes to edit it and film it
for $60
for $60 more, probably not worth it.
No,
but it could be worth it for somebody else who has a higher CPM, has a larger audience. It probably depends on what you're doing, but we're very big on making sure that our effort matches the input. So if we're putting out a certain amount of effort, we should be making much more than if we were to put out a smaller effort, for example. So if we put out 3 videos a day and we're making close enough to what we were making in the 7-day block,
that's fine.
That's fine.
It's not enough money. Like our hourly rate is significantly more than that. So it's and for the amount of time, how many hours extras you put in?
I don't know.
To have to do that.
Yeah,
a lot more than one.
Yeah, a lot.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's interesting to see like what went well. My personal thought though is I feel like 2 to 3 is a good sweet spot. So one thing I did notice, once we started posting twice per week, sometimes a third as a bonus video, that's when you actually saw our channel subscriber number just shoot up. And that's what got us to our 1,000 subscribers in that monetization mark. Yeah. So I think there's something to be said for increasing frequency, but it needs to make sense.
Right.
Seeing the numbers, what are your thoughts?
I agree. I think that the amount of time and energy it took to come up with the ideas, to essentially script them out, which when sometimes we had to script them out, but not every time. But when we did, you still had to come up with the ideas for each video ahead of time, the title as well, which is important. Then you did all your research with all the additional stuff. The amount of sort of like, guys could probably tell by day 6 we were like... I don't know why we were like just checking.
We watched one video and I was like, oh goodness, we look so exhausted.
Yeah. Just you hear us start it, we're like, day 6. Like I think we were just like, oh my god, this again. So
it's just tiring. Like we love hanging out with you guys, but it's tiring.
Yeah, I much prefer it to be fresher, and so we could do something more interesting. So I'm definitely liking the 2 to 3 times per week, as you said. Is not worth the extra. When you think about what we charge per the hourly rate, and then the whole week for all of those extra hours, you only got $60 more, and it doesn't seem worth it. And whilst it's not strictly for the money is sort of like the bonus on the side. I don't know. It's one metric you can measure it to be like, is this really worth it? And and because the subs went up a little bit, but technically we had more in February. That to me is the real one that's kind of like a little frustrating. So the point is, anyway, for you guys watching, is Make sure you don't overpost for the sake of it. Do a couple tests. This was a test, and these are the results of the test, and I'm glad we did it, because now we know. You could do the same. It's a lot easier on Instagram than it is on YouTube. You could be posting 7 days, once a day, and see how that goes. And if it works out well, stick with it. If it doesn't, then cut it back. You've got time. People got time to look, so that's what you gotta do. Just test, and then see what happens.
Awesome. All right, guys, so that was the experiment.
No,
that
do
is
it this way because it's like straight white background. There you go.
So that was the experiment. That
Yes.
was, do you necessarily get more subscribers? Yes.
Yes.
Do you make more money? Most likely.
Yeah.
But is it worth the effort? That's the real question,
Yes.
right? So that's basically the answer to this video. Does posting more on YouTube make you more money or make you more subscribers? It does, but it's got to be worth it.
That's it.
So we're going to go film our other YouTube video that we have coming up. It is going to be how we made X amount of dollars that we still need to calculate and see, but it's going to be how we made somewhere up about to $100,000 from one Instagram post.
Yes.
So be sure to check that out. And guys, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and hit the notification bell on that
Yes.
subscription button so you do not miss any
Make sure
other
you
videos
click
from us.
all,
Notifications,
not just
yes,
the personalized.
yes.
All. Don't miss a thing.
Follow us on social media at High Season Co. We're always posting a bunch of fun content on there. Not so frequently, We don't overpost. Quality over quantity.
Amen.
And you can check out our website at highseasonco.com for all our blogs and resources there as well. We will see you in the next video, guys.
Peace.